Today we are going to be fixing the drain stopper in our bathroom sink. As you can see, our drain stopper here is stuck in the sink, and there are a couple options to remove it. You can either A, use a suction and pull it out, or B, you can remove some of the pipes underneath. Because we don't have a suction with us, we're going to go ahead and quickly remove show you how to remove some of the pipes underneath to get it out. So before we remove any pipes, just make sure you have a bucket or a towel handy in case there's any excess water in the pipes that might leak. I'm going to loosen up these pipe nuts and see if we can't just remove this section here. Okay, see that's full of water there. So now we're going to try and loosen this here up top, this nut as well, to see if we can't get this piece out. Alright, so next thing we want to do, we want to remove this nut here from the pivot rod here, and so just unscrew that. It should just pop right off, and then this should easily just come out. So just push it out and maybe twist a little bit, and then you have the pivot rod out of the section of pipe. So now that we have that done, we're going to unscrew this section of pipe here, and so you just twist it like this and it should just loosen from the sink. So as you can see here, it's pretty dirty and it's also full of water, so what you want to do is you either just dump this into a toilet or another sink, and this is also a great chance to unclog it or clean it out. So as you can see here, the stopper is just sitting there dangling, and so we can just pop it up and pull it out from above here. So let's do that. You can just go like that. There we go. All right. So now that we have that off, we've got a little clean. We're going to just go ahead and reinstall it to the sink again. Now we're going to tighten this nut here to push this washer up and create a seal here under the sink. Hand tighten that so it's nice and snug on there. Okay. Alright, so now we lengthen this pipe so that we can get it off. So now all we have to do is just push it up, and so it fits onto this pipe here coming out of the wall, and then we'll just tighten this other nut onto it. Alright, so once you've got that where it needs to be, just tighten this nut. So we were able to get the sink stopper out of the drain here. And as we were putting it in, it wasn't meeting up with the pivot rod, and we realized the reason why that is because this piece here, you can extend it out, and it hadn't been extended to the appropriate length. So the next step is to drop the stopper here back into the sink. What we're going to want to do is make sure that the length of the stopper makes it so that the pivot rod is able to thread the hole here. And as we put it down, you want to make sure that the opening faces the back of the sink so that we can thread the pivot rod through the hole. So we're going to put that in and then go ahead and reattach the pivot rod. Alright, so this next step here, this last step, we're going to take the pivot rod and put it back in the drain. So we just need to find the opening in the pipe here and then just pop it in. And what we want to do is try and, as we're putting it in, to find the hole that from the stopper, and then once you do, you just go ahead and tighten the nut here. Whoops. Alright, once that's tight, it should be good to go. Something else you can do, if it's not lining up, you can adjust the pivot rod with this rod here to if the height's not matching up. Once we've reattached the pivot rod to the stopper, it looks like as we fill up the sink with water here, it seems to have fixed our problem. And that's that.